They went around dressed with their boots, which is one of my nemesis, and boots really. So a woman being killed by a Nazi on riding his bicycle across her neck. Some of them wore hats, those German hats, those lovely.
And they were smoking cigarettes, and I said to my friend, I'm gonna run away from here. I walked into the bedroom, nobody watched us, no one, none, no SS. And I jumped out from the window and I ran away.
My mother gave birth to me, and I fell in a bucket of urine.
And my grandmother was in the kitchen, cutting up the cake that she had baked and had made some hand cheese. They knocked down the door with an axe, they threw bricks into the windows, and then they came in.
They were jumping with the boots on my back, try to break my back.
They destroyed everything that they could see. They knocked down the flour and the sugar, the cheese that my grandmother had made, and then made a mess on the kitchen floor. And then one of them urinated on top of all of this garbage. They took all the feather pillows, they threw them out of the window.
I was laying in the bathroom and he performed oral sex on me.
We were sent to Auschwitz. We walked, which was just about 15 or 20 minutes walk, I think.
So I found little branches from old trees and we started digging, you know.
They were pushing them off the mountains to their death.
Or throw you in the mixing machine, alive.
They left me alone and then they took me down there to just took me to some kind of place. Anyway, the next day, they took me and tied me on a table.
He got caught here, and I saw his eyes, bloody eyes, coming out of his sockets. And the Germans looked at it, and one of them fainted. And as he fainted, I walked away.
Pure Jewish soap.
Before we went back into the camp, we had to have a shower in Canada because we were kept much cleaner and it was very dusty there. And the Germans were kind of coming in and tickling us and playing games with us and, you know.
2 lamps. They were human skin. There were 3 lamps, all made from human skin.
It cost money.
Every one of the lamps was very colorfully tattooed. It was a pattern. Some of them were flowers, you know.
And this woman was naked, naturally. And I took the poke and poked her in her butt and had somebody look into her butt to see whether she had some jewelry inside her.
My children really learned how to count from the corpses, like other people learn it with toys or in kindergarten.
One is a big guy, and he picked up that baseball bat, and he was chasing me and kept hitting me.
They came with big trucks. The German came with trucks. They threw all the people out. They said, everybody out, all the people, and special children. They threw on the trucks. They threw children down from the windows.
They came in with trucks and dogs. Big German Shepherd dogs. Some of them took the babies by their legs and just beating them through the walls into the truck. And the Germans came in and saw there was children. Where are the children? Do you have any children? And we ran to the back door, and she was saved.
They were trying to convert them to gas.
There was no water to wash me up, so my brother was using the bucket of urine.
And the baby cried and cried and cried because it was hungry and everything else. And what happened was they had sort of like a sack. The Germans grabbed the baby from her and they were pulling at this poor baby. And they just threw it in the sack like a bit of garbage. And the baby never stopped crying because she was hungry. And it cried and cried. And the guards grabbed the baby from her arm and threw it into like a sack.
As we were also there for the entertainment of theirs, as they made the most of it. We played in the facilities where other people were gassed, and it was told to us, well, aren't you a bit afraid in there?
And one day, I remember the day, it was a little tree, and I dropped on the tree, and I was so tired I fell asleep. I woke up, it was really quiet. They killed a lot of Jews, of course, and everybody, they went away, and they left me, they didn't know me, they didn't see me.
There were cases, once a transport came, there was a dancer, and she was dancing and she was half naked or completely naked, and she managed to take his pistol and shoot him. And there was a kind of terribly bloodbath.
And they shaved my head because I was too beautiful for them.
A piece of satin landed on my shoulder and I got it away.
And then Dr. Mengele came.
And he washed me with a bucket of urine.
But anyway, he let me go, and we had to jump across a ditch. I fell in. I was saved at the last minute.
I got kicked by a German. I did not put my ball in the right position, so he called me over, he kicked me in my genitals.
I came a film crew, to film the inmates.